What does $2,500 get you when you're shopping for a soundbar? This right here. I review the Sennheiser AMBEO Soundbar next.
This is Twit.
This episode of Hands on Tech is brought to you by Epson's EcoTank printers. Kiss expensive cartridges goodbye. EcoTank comes with a ridiculous amount of ink. Check out epson.com/EcoTankLeo to learn more. So let's get the pain out of the way first. $2,500. Well, $2499.95 to be exact, if that makes you feel any better, but that's the price of this, the Sennheiser AMBEO Soundbar. You just want to let that sink in a little bit. It's definitely pricey, but with that out of the way, while we let the sting dissipate, I can go ahead and say this. I've never heard a soundbar quite like this one. I'm used to thinking of soundbars as the lazy way to add better sound to home theaters. Heck, our home theater is powered by a Vizio soundbar, so I'm not at all opposed to them. But for $2,500, there are a number of other ways to spruce up your home theater sound. But they can come with a bit more complexity than a simple soundbar like this one. And with sound as solid as what you get out of the Sennheiser AMBEO, I have to say, if you have no time on your hands to set something up and $2,500 to burn, this is the ticket right here. The Sennheiser AMBEO is not small. This sucker's huge, 50 inches from side to side and 5.3 inches tall. It's not just gonna blend into the background, and you might actually have to get a little creative with how you mount your TV behind it. There is a wall mount, by the way, that is available for an additional charge. It definitely commands your attention, but there's a reason for its girth. It's littered with 13 high-end drivers pointing out of the front, the sides, and the top of the soundbar. And because of the size of this soundbar, you're getting 5 hi-fi tweeters and 6 solid long-throw woofers that really do a stand-up job on the low end, making it not that bad to have one of these without a subwoofer, though I'm sure that would make it even better, and that is an option. All of this is employed to achieve a very convincing surround sound effect, as this is, at its heart, a Dolby Atmos capable soundbar. Now, I've not heard the Atmos effect on other Atmos capable soundbars, so I can't really compare in that way, but I set the system up in my living room and I tuned it to my room with the included calibration microphone, which in itself is a high quality piece of equipment. And when I sat down and threw on some Atmos capable content, I was really blown away by the spaciousness. Everything just kind of opens up. The fact that that single sound source in front of me was able to throw sound all around me in convincing ways, it was truly special. Modern technology is so great. So right out of the gate, for what it's designed to do, it nails the sound. It's also future proof. It supports the new HDMI 2.1 format for improved bandwidth and resolution in the upcoming years. There are 3 HDMI inputs in the back, as well as a single HDMI eARC output that was super straightforward for me in driving my smart TV content and automatically switching inputs without confusion or any headaches. I've actually had problems with ARC in the past, so this was a pleasant surprise for me. There's optical audio in, there's also stereo analog in, and Bluetooth capabilities on board for wireless connection. There's even an Ethernet port on the back, which can help facilitate the built-in Chromecast technology, so you can cast content from a device to the soundbar directly, though it can also connect via Wi-Fi, which is what I did at home. Now, one downside is that the Sennheiser AMBEO is perhaps a bit less impressive when it comes to music playback, and that's just purely by comparison to how it sounds when you're watching a movie. The wow factor with the sound isn't there in quite the same way as when you're watching something epic with immersive sound, so keep that in mind. But it does sound pretty good with music nonetheless. And finally, it also supports DTS-X, which is the Atmos format alternative. So the soundbar has just the right set of controls on the top panel. I was pleased about this as well. That AMBEO button can actually be depressed to either activate the Atmos soundscape mode or disable it entirely. And even when you're watching content that doesn't use Dolby Atmos, the mode will actually upmix content to simulate the mix. And again, the result is just more open, more airy. It really opens up the sound. Often when I compared the upmixed version to the standard audio, I switched back to the simulated AMBEO mode. Everything just sounded better that way. The included remote that we have here offers the same controls found on the top of the unit, along with a few sound presets that come in handy for things like when you're watching a movie, or maybe you're listening to music, something dialogue heavy like the news. And that night button is super useful for late night viewing. It actually reduces the power of the woofers in the unit, so you don't wake up the neighbors, or in my case, the family upstairs. And I have to give a big thumbs up to the front display on the unit, which is super useful in showing what input is active at any given time. So many readouts like these can be cramped and sometimes cryptic, but this one is really informative, and it's readable at a distance without being blindingly bright in a dark room while you're watching something. All that being said, let me remind you that the Sennheiser AMBEO Soundbar costs $2,500. So this is not impulse buy territory, but if you ever find yourself saying, what I truly want is perhaps the best soundbar on the market, then this should be at the top of that list. I'm Jason Howell, just reviewing things I care about, like Android devices sometimes, on All About Android here on twit.tv. This episode of Hands on Tech is brought to you by Epson. Epson's EcoTank wireless color all-in-one super tank printers come with a ridiculous amount of ink. You can get up to 2 years of ink in the box, and with each future replacement bottle ink set. Check out EcoTank printers at Best Buy, Staples, or at epson.com/EcoTankLeo. That's epson.com/EcoTankLeo. EcoTank printers, just fill and chill. Epson, exceed your vision.
Keep up with all the hottest tech news and gadgets. Visit twit.tv. There you'll be able to find and subscribe to all our tech shows. Thanks for watching Hands on Tech.